Have you ever felt great envy and great love towards something? You may be thinking, how do you feel those two contrasting feelings together? Great envy and great love seem to be two colors that can never be mixed with each other. They seem to be the two separate entities that can never blend in. But once you realize why you're feeling that great jealousy, such realization turns your great envy into great respect and great love. How am I so sure? Because I personally experienced it. My favorite thing that used to receive my greatest envy, but is now receiving my greatest love, is the one that I wish to talk about today. It all happened 3 years ago, in 2011, and there was a dramatic change in my family. We adopted a dog for the first time. We all love dogs, and even I cheerfully agreed to say, yes, I want a puppy. And there came a dog that was much bigger than me finally came to my house. It was named Canoe. I welcomed him with big arms, happy to a pet that I can boast about in school. But things started to change along with Canoe's existence. When my father came home, he called out, Canoe, before calling out my name. My older sister started to take care of Canoe more than taking care of me. And when my mother was home, she would keep on giving Canoe the warmest and the kindest look as she wants to hold him every second. Where was I? I was always beside Canoe, waiting for the pat from my father, waiting for my sister to hold my hands, and waiting for my mom to tell me to come to her arms for a big hug. But did it happen? No. Something was definitely wrong. I never said yes to Canoe, no that would be prioritizing me. As the last child of my family, I was always the one to receive the most attention and love. But with Canoe, that was no longer the case. And I wanted to fix this. I started to take actions. Whenever he'd come to the dining table, I would secretly kick him, without letting anyone know. Whenever my mom told me to give Canoe snacks, I would intentionally not give him, pretending I had forgotten. Whenever he's in front of me, I would deliberately push him, making him to fall. My grandiose scheme of kicking out my family went on for quite a while. But everything changed one day when he came home from school, upset with my friend. I sat down, extremely frustrated. I even felt great loneliness as I felt unknown was on my side. Then, Canoe came up to me, wagging his tail, sitting on my lap. He seemed to be saying, you can tell me about it. For the first time, I did not refuse him on my lap. I caressed his soft hair, quite surprised at why I hadn't given it a nice pat until now. I began to talk and told him everything that happened. Although I was the only one to say, Canoe was there, quietly listening to every single word. He wasn't judging me. He wasn't criticizing me in any way. He was just there for me, like a best friend. And I realized, despite all the bad treatment I've given him, Canoe had not changed. He always welcomed me when I came back home from school, wagging his tail. He always licked my face to give me love. He was there for me, all the time. My love for Canoe started to grow even more when I found out about Canoe's childhood before being adopted by me. Canoe had been professionally trained to eat people that are blind. He was used to giving love and helping others all through his life. He had a warm heart. My greediness for wanting to be the first one to receive attention seemed to no longer matter. My selfish desire, wanting to be the first priority of everyone in my family, seemed to no longer be the most important thing. Rather, I learned from Canoe that instead of receiving love, giving love is more important. 3 years have passed, and now Canoe is sick in a hospital. There's no longer someone waiting for me when I come home. And I've become the one to receive the most attention in my family. I should be happy, right? Strangely, I'm not. I feel like something great is missing. Canoe has become so important. My family feels empty without him. I never knew I learned a valuable life lesson from a dog. Well, but I have. Canoe, the existence that received my greatest envy, my greatest jealousy, was the existence that I had to compete with. But today, he's my favorite thing that I cherish so much. He's now my best friend. So if you ask me the question, what is your favorite thing in life? I would undoubtedly say my dog, Canoe. Yeah.
It's all right. I have a puppy myself. How old is Canoe? You said he's in the hospital right now.
Yeah, he's very old. He's 11. So if in dog age, he's about 77. Yeah.
Grandpa dog.
Yes.
Okay. You said that you used to secretly kick him. You were a little bit mean to him. All right. So, we often hear stories about people abusing animals, right? So I would like to ask you: do you think it is a good way to judge a person by the way he or she treats an animal?
Yes, I think so, because how a person treats an animal, it means how nice it is to just other people, and it means how they live the society. And I think it is important to judge a person because how he treats a dog or just a cat, because it's the way they treat other people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Judges may have 1 minute to make an evaluation.